Hey everyone, this is Kat, and today I'm actually going to do a video I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but there was a fake abortion GoFundMe. It was gofundme.com / help me abort. I created it, and I know you guys might be like, oh well, abortion's not a joke and whatever, but see, my whole point behind this video, I am 100% against abortion. I would never, in a million years, get an abortion, even if my life depended on it. I would still take the chance to bring this child into the world, even if I was told no, because I would be putting my life and the baby's life in God's hands. And if we died while bringing that child into this world, then that was how I was meant to go, and that was how that baby was meant to go. So putting that aside, okay, this is what I said. So I received some horrible news today, and now I need some financial help getting an abortion. Will you help me out with this? Please share my GoFundMe campaign I set up. Thanks. Okay. I was actually quite appalled at the responses that I got from people, because you know what, I'm against abortion, but I would never in a million years ever talk to someone the way these people have talked to me. I'm not even gonna edit their names out because I really don't care, but I will show you guys these comments. I would read you these comments that I have received over these. And even when I made another post that admitted that this was fake and that I had absolutely no intentions of collecting any money, someone actually told me that I did intend on collecting money, otherwise I wouldn't have been there. But if that's the case, then I would have tried even harder. I mean, I had no intentions of collecting any money, and this was fake. And then after let me go ahead and tell you why I did it. See, this girl named Mika actually created a GoFundMe so she can go to a Prince funeral that wasn't going to happen. I mean, literally. She says, y'all know I love me some Prince. I just need y'all to help me get to his funeral. Lord, I broke down in Sam's Club, y'all. I was on the floor singing Purple Rain. This man was supposed to sing Darling Nikki at my wedding. Lord, help me make it through this. Any donation will help. People actually donated $1,793. I was 100% truthful in everything on my post, except for the fact that I am not pregnant. I am not having any children. So, I did it as kind of like a joke, literally. Okay, so first comment. Cigarettes, vodka, and staircases are cheap. Go get them. Really? You're going to tell someone to go and smoke and drink until they kill their own child? Wow. He says, on that note, if you have no medical reason to have an abortion, and the only reason you want one is because you're an irresponsible adult who can't have safe sex and avoid pregnancy, you can't ask others to give their money. It's shameful. Don't do things if you can't handle the outcome. Go get your damn tubes tied. Okay, well, for one, if someone can't afford an $800 abortion, what makes you think they can afford a $7,000 getting tubes tied? And number two, maybe, what if I was raped? Shit happens. Oh, and birth control fails. Because let me tell you a little something about me. I can't take hormonal. I can't take birth control that releases a high hormone into my system because it becomes a fertility drug. So my point there is, you don't really know the situation. I know someone who's gotten an abortion. I do not look down on her. Anyways, back to reading these comments. So, this other person says, I so agree. How could a normal person have the gall to even ask something like this? Does the person who helped make her pregnant know? Or does she even know who it is? I'm leaving this page. Shame. Someone here says, I would fully support asking for help if there was a medical reason other than, I'm too stupid to keep my legs closed and can't raise kids. Someone else says, after 3 kids, she already admits she's an unfit parent. Rather unapologetically, too. Take measures to prevent this. Is it a matter of intelligence or just not caring? Next comment. I'd say a solid mixture of both, or probably just a fake story, a bad one, for some easy rent or drug money. It's superficial through and through. Someone else says, really, and what if she was raped and just found out she's pregnant by her attacker? Does no one think of things, or does everyone just jump to the worst conclusion? Right now, that's the best comment I've seen. And if you're watching this, Amanda, thank you. I don't know if you are or not, but that is a very good point. Okay, next, he says, they give morning after pills after rape. LOL. And she would have stated reason better in the post. You're making an even wilder assumption than I am. Someone else says, my guess is if she is willing to create a GoFundMe account with everything else she admitted, she would have mentioned it was rape. Shameful is the best way to describe this act. Someone, Paul, then says, thanks, Todd. My thoughts exactly. I have nothing against women or abortion. I just think asking for money for it is wrong. She's clearly old enough to know what the consequences were. Other people bailing you out isn't the way to go in life. Really. I bring you back to this GoFundMe. Ron says, she's a real winner. Administration on countless Facebook pages, including adult sites and bipolar awareness all over the place. Someone else says, laugh my ass off, right? Just give it up for adoption. Let the state take it. Don't ask people for money. Ruin your already loose vagina even more. Really. Dawn says, they only give the morning after pill to someone who reported it and sought out medical attention. In no way do I agree with asking other people to help abort it by creating a GoFundMe page. But you don't know her story. You know a small part of what she is letting you know. There's still 90% she isn't telling you. And on that note, it's called birth control. Use it instead of abortions as your form of birth control. I mean, really? What the fuck? Well, let me direct you to my little rare medical condition. Someone else says, at Amanda Bray, I was raped and God gave me a wonderful son. He is 27, a diesel mechanic, has a condo, his own motorcycle, Mustang, and a baby. I could not be any prouder of him. That's my son. It's half her baby. Unless the baby is sick, abortion is not the answer. Many people want children and can't have them. She could give it up. Okay, her comment wasn't as rude. Someone else says, leaving this page now. Whoever supports this is a fucking moron. I will not support this. And I will not stand a page that supports this. Should have kept your damn legs closed, got on birth control, or got your tubes tied. Lisa Moon says, this has got to be a joke. What the fuck is wrong with people? Larissa Tasker says, just for a bit, shit, and people actually fall for it. Jody Young says, unlike the page. Really? You're gonna unlike the page because of one fucking post? Okay, whatever. We have a lot more people on it. Someone else says, shut the hell up. No, you do not. Oh shit, this isn't a joke. Super low. Jessica Me says, this disgusts me. J. Saren Angel says, how many people want babies and can't? Makes me sick. Anna Marie Pham says, wire coat hanger, just saying. Really? That's even more dangerous than an abortion. George Anthony Flores says, Phillips milk of magnesia works too, or condom. What the fuck is Phillips milk of magnesia? Amanda Lamb says, are you fucking serious? How about you go fucking die? Like, literally die. Ann Cook says, if you look up her name, Catherine Brody, on Facebook, you can see she just spent $200 on a motherboard. Plus, she's employed and married, so why have an abortion? If you don't want to keep the baby, let someone adopt it. Okay, I did spend $200 on a motherboard. Shannon Harvey says, I'm not sorry to say I'm a woman and the thought of abortion sickens me. I'm not ashamed to say at 18 I had a one-night stand. I knew him quite a while. That's not the point. What is the point is I got pregnant. I had him 20 years ago and I kept him, raised him, loved him, no dad around ever. I stepped up and took care of my responsibility. This whore makes me sick, and I can't believe GoFundMe allows the shit I'm living. Ben Brock says, dumb enough to get pregnant, pay for it yourself. Nikki Hunter says, wow, she should have been aborted. Michelle Boyce says, you evil creature, I would call you sick, but there's a cure for that. Your mom should have swallowed you. Hannah Lee Clout says, I'm liking. Helena Pell says, yup, disappointing. Anyone would ever put out a post like that. But worse putting on a page. Crap admin. I hope this isn't actually for real. I feel sick. Angel Rodriguez says, kill yourself. Don't give a life a chance. Glenn Taylor says, so much hate messages here. What if this woman or young girl was raped and can't afford help? What if she has no family or friends to help her? You people in this day and age are the ones who are disgustingly ugly. I hope if it's real, this person gets the help they need. If I was in a better position in life, I would help her. No wonder this world is shit with people saying ugly things like this. This is the point of my video, to point out how rude and mean people can be when there's no need for it. Mary Morris says, there are places to go for help with such a thing. Facebook is not the place to beg people for money for an abortion. That's insane. She's lying. Glenn Taylor responds, I hope in her country there is. And Cook says, look at her Facebook profiles. She refers to her husband and her playing Sims together. She even has posted baby bump pics, which, by the way, were Googled. They weren't real. Or, they weren't my baby bump. Then she says, not what you would expect from someone wanting to end a pregnancy. David Malik says, fuck out of here. If you're old enough to lie with someone, you need to be responsible for your actions. If you was not raped, you are murdering an innocent person. Mary then says, she gonna have to help herself. Ain't no one gonna help her get an abortion. You should have been more careful. Begging people for money for an abortion is degrading, unbelievable. Begging on Facebook for such a thing. Then puts a whole bunch of thumbs downs. She already has kids that were taken away from her. She herself said she is not fit to be a parent. Go to her fund page. No one has given her money. Trisha Gabrielle Lane Hay says, what? Josh Belcher says, are you fucking serious? And for the people that support her and give her advice on how to abort without paying are sick as fuck too. Yay! I only agree with like that one part, by the way. Alright, Tony Diener says, wow, really? Julie Lee says, you're supposed to swallow the pill, not put it between your legs. Tammy, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Porfarzane or whatever. I can't even believe what I just read. You are a low-life piece of shit. And you will rot in hell for this. I will be deleting this page. People like you disgust me. Keep your nasty ass legs closed if you don't want to have kids. Now this poor baby is going to be murdered because you're an irresponsible piece of shit. Dana Ferguson says, I'm all for a woman having a right to choose. All of you are judging her about making this choice. It's not an easy decision to make. You don't know how she got pregnant. It could be rape, but oh no, she is automatically a horrible person. Stop being judgmental pricks. You don't know her at all, what she is going through. She doesn't need all of you bashing her. Tammy P says, she just posted that was a joke. Anyone who can make a joke about such a sensitive subject as this is an absolutely sick, disturbed person. There's nothing funny about this at all. JD Masters says, if she was raped, she wouldn't be on fucking Facebook begging for money for an abortion. She would be getting help offline. Alright, I'm gonna show you some comments on another post that was made. Alright, I actually can't find the exact post on the page, but I did find the screenshots. Okay. I posted, since word is going around about my recent GoFundMe campaign. No, I wasn't hacked. I'm not pregnant. I don't need money for an abortion. Now let me explain. Someone created a GoFundMe to go to a Prince funeral that didn't happen. People actually donated. So my sister told me I should create a GoFundMe for a fake abortion. There's the whole truth about the thing. So Weiss comments, okay, I guess. And Cook says, so you tried to con people out of money for fun. Lacey Ann says that's fucked up. Jamie Lucas says that's really fucked up. Ashley Rosales says that's fraud and I hope you get caught and calls me a cunt. I then respond saying, except for the fact that it has since been removed and I never had any intentions of actually collecting money from it, Ashley Rosales. But you tell me why people will donate to someone who wants to go to a funeral of a celebrity that will never happen, but yet there are homeless veterans out there who need help legitimately and people won't even offer up a penny. Ashley says, because they're idiots, they might have thought there would be a funeral, and I'm pretty sure there's donations to help veterans. But still, in order for me to have legally committed fraud, I would have had to intended to actually collect the money for the fraudulent purpose, and that was not my intent at all, so no crime was actually committed. Ashley then insists that I intended to collect, and then says, why else would you make the post? And how does anyone know that you haven't done so? Anne says, do a search on Gofundme website and you'll see she has 7 funds going trying to get money. Crap like this is why people are so hesitant to donate. I then state, and those were legitimate and are still legitimate. Let me go ahead and show you guys those. Just so y'all can see what she's talking about, really. There's actually not 7. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Turning my cell phone back on. That was when my husband's cell phone was disconnected and we needed a way to we only needed $20. That was in order to so he can have a way to contact his doctor. The psychiatrist funding, that is legitimate and still is. My insurance does not cover my mental health, and I'm bipolar, so I need that. Computer upgrades. I am working on getting computer upgrades, although I don't need as much as I used to. It would still be quite helpful. And then tubal ligation to get my tubes tied. And then new tattoo, which is really like, it would be nice to get my next tattoo, but being a server at Chili's, my husband being a disabled vet, we don't exactly make any money. Enough money. Okay, so those are the ones that she's talking about. Alright, and I told her, I said, no, Ashley, you might think you know what the intention's for, but you're wrong. Oh, and GoFundMe was the one that removed the fake one. You don't have to blame me, but I'm done with this. I issued my statement. Now what's done is done. What's said is said. Leave it be. No one says you have to continue liking the page either, and I understand if you decide to unlike the page. And I tagged her. It was a joke post. That's why I made it as a joke. Either way, I'm done. No use in continuing this conversation. I have said all I need to say, or I'm willing to say. I don't even need to say that much. And then Ashley just posted, abortion is not a joke. That was the last comment made there. Yes, I actually took screenshots of the whole thing. One more thing I wanted to show. Alright, the story behind these screenshots, I was actually kicked off 2 pages as a result of this. Evil Intentions was one of those pages, and what you're about to see are screenshots from a conversation I had with the owner of Evil Intentions. So he sends me he sends me the day after. And he says, if you wanted off EI, all you had to do was say and not post anything like that on my page. Of course, I was truthful with him. I didn't want off EI, and I would not have posted something just to get kicked or removed off a page. I do know how to leave pages on my own, so yeah, if I wanted off, I would have removed myself. Then messaged you telling you I was removing myself. Oh, well, I said removing off, because I was stepping down. I'm 34 and I'm an adult. I do know how to act like one. He then says, well, there was no need for that post. That shit is something you keep to yourself and family. I said, LOL, you do realize it was not even true, right? Or did you miss that post on my other Facebook where I informed people why I did it and that it wasn't real? He said, well, it pissed off fans and I didn't see it. And I just responded, not everyone is going to take things like that as a joke, but it's whatever. Because, you know what, I really don't care. It happened. And it pretty much went viral, I guess you could say it went. It started to go viral. So I'm not going to apologize because I do not feel like I was in the wrong. But my big thing here is people can be such assholes to you when they don't agree with the decision that you make. It could be circumcision. Oh, I just if you take a look at my if you take a look at the discussion section on my YouTube, you'll see where someone actually came over and pretty much told me that what I did, that circumcising my boys was a sex crime, and that I should have my kids taken away because of that. Okay. Anyways, I'm done with that. But for the most part, why do people have to be so rude and belligerent? And, you know, to be honest with you, that is not how you're going to get through to anyone. If anything, like, you gotta be nice to them. For instance, if you come up to me and you say, hey, I'm thinking of getting an abortion, I might say, well, have you thought of putting the baby up for adoption? But if you came to me and said, hey, I got an abortion, I would be like, okay. You know, I'm not going to down you or anything else just because I don't agree, just because I believe abortion's murder. I'm not going to call you a murderer. Why is it that people think that by being so rude that they're actually going to get through to you? I'm done with this video. If you like it, please feel free to hit like, subscribe to my channel, and share. And one other thing, I appreciate if you guys are here. I'm trying to think of a really good 500 subscriber special, and someone recommended doing like a challenge or something like that. So I was gonna see if maybe you guys had some ideas for me. If you do, drop them in the comments below. Alright, have a wonderful evening and thank you for watching.
House? Place where you turn the dinosaur trainer on? Right, buddy. What is the insect? I ate it. Buddy, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just setting my dinosaur ready.